Why? Well, I've come to the conclusion that it's a psychological thing, at least with me. When I get back and talking and reminiscing with these other men who shared more or less the same experiences, I'm 20 years old again. It's amazing. I'm able to stay up later and eat more and sleep less than I normally do, and not feeling any the worse for it.
We were so close all our lives.
I can't get rid of.
And whatever Frank was my older brother, whatever my older brother, I always tagged along with my older brother, and whatever he did, I did. So he joined the Air Force, you know.
So yeah, the complete thing was such a big experience that it was hard to cope with sometimes, just because it was so different. Apparently, we all learned, most of us at least, learned to cope and persevered and wound up flying missions over Germany, where we also learned to persevere.
Well, you just do what you think you need to do whenever it happens, and I guess we're all dumb and young, maybe.
You ask how I felt. You don't have time to feel anything. You know, I'm concentrating on when they drop those bombs, I got to drop my bombs. If I don't drop my bombs at the right time, you know, I'm dropping on a village, or, you know. So I am concentrating on just my job. And that's what everybody's doing. They're concentrating on their job.
There was nothing that you could do in any airplane that we didn't do. And my first time I ever did a barrel roll, which is a corkscrew-like thing through the air, was in a four-plane formation. And I loved it. I mean, we were either blacked out at 10,000 feet chasing each other around, or we were down between the pine trees 10 feet off the ground. And I thought that was great fun.
You learn to be master of this complicated machine that can fly in the air like a bird, and you can look down at all those other subhuman beings down on the ground who do not know how to fly.
Serene, it's very serene, very quiet. You can see nothing but solid clouds, and you don't have any idea where you are or what you're over. Maybe the navigator does, because he knows, but he's watching the maps and everything and the radar. But to you, as a crew member, just sitting back somewhere else or in another part of the plane, you don't really realize that. All you're thinking about is there somebody out there lurking around going to look for me, or going to shoot me down, or go after me, or whatever, and you're thinking about that more than anything else.
Every day we left, we had a Catholic chaplain over there, and he'd come out the end of the runway, and every day we'd take off, he was there, he'd come in and wave at us, and I said, boy, the good Lord's taking care of us today, you know. So on my third flight, we took off out there that day. It was early morning, and just about sun up, and that chaplain wasn't there. And I said, oh my goodness, good Lord, I'm not gonna live, this is gonna be the one, because that chaplain's not out there. And I believe that would help carry me over through that.
Everybody's standing around and waiting for the plane, and there's always one or two that don't come back, you know. Now, that's bad enough when, you know, you're a mechanic and you lose your plane. I mean, they think of it as their plane. But when a brother can be on one of those planes, I mean, that...
Like I said, everyone who followed me had the same theory that I did. They always knew the war was going to be over soon, but how soon that was is never as quick as they thought.
It's almost like a fairy tale, but it's a true story.